How you guys doing today? Is Lamore. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a new video for you guys and ladies. Today I want to go through the fragrances for 2026 that are worth the price. You know, when it comes to fragrances and shopping in general, I know people are shopping less. They want to be intentional when they purchase an item, which makes sense because I know 2026 is going to be a very budget friendly year. You know, I feel like during like 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, we were kind of shopping, kind of hitting our stride with what we want and buying things, you know, in the aspirational sense, you know. So say if we always wanted a Louis Vuitton bag or we always wanted a certain fragrance, we'll purchase that. But now we kind of gotten everything that we wanted, you know, when it comes to those purchases. So now I see for 2026, a lot of people are reeling back and only being intentional with their purchasing. So hence the quiet luxury situation where people are shopping in higher quality items. And when it comes to fragrances, it's the same regard. So when it comes to fragrances, you want to shop for the highest quality fragrance. So today I created a list of the 5 fragrances that are worth the price. And when I break those fragrances down, I'll go according to 3 things. It would be, of course, the scent, you know, because scents are subjective. So if I did leave off a fragrance that is not on my list, it doesn't mean that the fragrance are not worth the price. It just means that I either don't have it or I just didn't think of it. But it is subjective when it comes to scent. So I would just go off of scent itself, meaning longevity, projection, you know, the wear and power, the compliments, you know, I'll go upon that when I'm picking the scent. Okay. Next, I'm going to go by design. So that's number 2. Design means the quality of the bottle, the heaviness of the cap, the structure, the spray, you know, those things I take into consideration when it comes to a luxury item, how it feels in the hand, how it sprays, you know. And then the third and last thing will be brand heritage. So how long has the brand been around? Is it in multiple doors? Is it super niche? You know, so those will be the kind of the realm that I'm going to speak about when it comes to the top, you know, fragrances that are worth the price for 2026. So let's get the video started. All right. So the first scent I have on this list, and you may know it already, it is a newer fragrance that came out last year, and it's from Byredo, which is Bal d'Afrique Absolute. I've reviewed it in the past, so you could go to my previous videos to see my review on it. I kind of don't show the fragrances I have anymore. Let me know in the comments if you want me to show the fragrance physically in my hand while I'm talking about it. I can do that again. But my new setup now is kind of tough for me to grab the fragrances. I'll have to figure out a different setup. But if you do want that, you let me know in the comments. I could definitely switch it up for you guys. But yeah, it'll be Bal d'Afrique Absolute. And the reason why I picked Bal d'Afrique Absolute prior to Bal d'Afrique, the original or the EDP, is because of the projection and longevity. Now, when it comes to Bal d'Afrique Absolute, prior to Bal d'Afrique EDP, they added praline to the scent. So it originally does have the lemon, it has the vetiver in there, and then they added praline to the Absolute and kind of amplified the scent when it comes to that. So you smell that citrus, you smell that sweetness, the creaminess of it, which is beautiful. The bottle is beautiful. It's heavier. It's more textured at the top. So when you take off the cap, you feel that luxury feel to it, which is beautiful. The projection on it is amazing. It lasts about 18 hours. When it comes to the oil concentration between the two, EDPs are usually around 18 to 20%. And then the Absolute is about 20 to 25% oil concentration. So you'll get a higher oil concentration. So what does that mean? The scents will be more prominent on your skin. So say if it's lemon that's in there, vetiver, buju, which is a South African root that's in Byredo Absolute, you'll smell those notes more prominent on the skin. All right. So that will lead to more projection, more sillage. So that's why I had to put Bal d'Afrique Absolute on the list, because even though it was released last year, it's done beautifully. It's always sold out when you go to the stores. It lasts a while. I have it here, and it's almost maybe 75% sprayed because you don't have to spray a lot, you know. And when it comes to something of quality, you can use it and use and use it, and you can just kind of refrain from spraying it too much, because when it's a fragrance that don't last, you got to spray it up, to make sure that it's hitting all the parts of your body. So when it comes to the Bottle Freak Absolute, you don't have to do that because of the projection, the longevity in the notes, and that's why it definitely has reached my 2026 must buy and top scent for the year, when it comes to price point and your bang for your buck. All right. The second scent I'm going to go with, and this is a classic, Aventus Creed. Now, we all know Aventus Creed is known by everyone. It's a popular scent. Many people have it. Many men have it. I've sold it to women in the past as well. But I put this on this list because it just works. It's a scent that just works. I've never seen anyone say, "Oh, I wear Aventus," and I get upset. I might say, "Hey, do you like Aventus? I can show you another scent." But if they don't want to wear anything else, I kind of respect it, because it has the pineapple in there, has the bergamot in there, has the musk in there. It's just a beautiful scent that means power, strength. I've worn those scents on many interviews in my life and gotten the job. So it just exudes power, which I like, and it's a beautiful scent. It's universal, so women and men could wear it, and it has the longevity there. When you step in a room, you're going to know it's Aventus. It's going to project. It's going to be annoying, just like the Baccarat, it's going to be annoying. You're going to know the scent. So I definitely have a high respect, regard for Aventus, even though it's a scent that I'm not currently wearing in my rotation. I do have it, and I have a backup bottle, but I have a high respect for it. I used to work for Creed maybe 7 years ago, and when I first used to sell the scent, I know I've smelled the scent before, but when I used to start selling it, and when I would spray it for a client, they will always almost purchase it. And if they do have it, they'll either get something that's close to it, like the Aventus Cologne, or they'll get like a Melisim Imperial. But it's just a scent that works, and I understand why. So it's definitely on the quality list, and definitely worth the price, even though it's high. All right. The third scent is going to be Hypnotizing Fire from Harmonious. Now, I got this scent as a gift last year, and I wore it to a Broadway show, and I must tell you, this scent is just the one of the best scents I've ever smelled. It just projects, it lasts, it smells so deep. It smells like you're just walking with a fire blaze around you, which is amazing as well. This scent right here is one of my favorites. I think I have maybe like 6 different bottles of Harmonious, and this is definitely my top one. The projection of those notes in there are beautiful. It has a citrus in there, then it has a warmness to it as well when it dries down. And then it has almost a fire note in there, if that's a thing. I'll have to go through the composition again to see what makes it smell fiery like that. Maybe like the sandalwood in there, that's gonna make it smell fiery. But it's definitely a great scent. If you do like a scent that has a great projection, but it's not too heavy, but still has some warmness to it, definitely check out Hypnotizing Fire from Harmonious. You'll love it. I think the price point is not too bad. So compared to the other niche brands, I think you'll do fairly well with it. All right. So Harmonious is on third on my list. All right. The fourth scent on my list definitely is going to be Percival from Byredo. Percival from Parfums of Marly. Now, there's so many on Parfums of Marly that I like. I've worked for the line maybe I think 5 years ago, around 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and that scent right there is just the best when it comes to the offerings and the versatility of the brand. Now, Layton, Greenlee, Pegasus, all amazing scents, all tier. So don't. I never said that uh, Percival is the better than the other. There are better ones in there, but I would say as of versatility amongst people just purchasing it, it's one of the best buys you can get, because you get the freshness, you get the warmth from the musk and the sandalwood and the base, you get a little bit of citrus in there, you get a little bit of sweetness in there. So you hit all key notes. So it could easily be an everyday scent that you can wear. It can easily be a transitional scent that you wear from morning to night. If you know from my previous videos, I say transitional scent, meaning a scent you can spray in the morning time and then transition to the nighttime and still be a great scent to wear. So Percival is definitely worth all the money it can charge, when it comes to the scent, because it's definitely a great scent. It has longevity. The projection is there. Always get compliments. It's a compliment getter for sure, and a scent that's going to be here to last forever. So I'll always have it in my collection. I think I have a 2 bottles right now, and I just mix it with other fragrances, of course, because I have many. But it's just a scent that I always go back to and always will replenish. All right, all right. Now the fifth and last scent that I'm gonna put that is definitely, definitely, definitely worth the money. And this is a scent that I purchased um, in the past, and that's going to be another 13 from Le Labo. Now, this scent right here, I love it because it's one of those incognito scents. If you're a person that's not into fragrance and not into projecting scents and not into too much strong scent, another 13 is a great buy because it's incognito. You'll spray it on in the day. You'll stop smelling it after a while, and then you'll just smell a linger, or someone will give you a compliment, or you'll just go in the bathroom or somewhere enclosed and you're like, wow, I smell good. And that's that type of scent. It's not overbearing, it's not too much, but it just works. The ambroxan in there is beautiful. It's definitely worth the money. It's one of my layering scents now. So when I'm not working, I'll wear the scent and layer it with just any other scent because it's incognito. I'll get a whiff of that, and then I'll get a whiff of another scent that I'm wearing with it. So I would say it's worth the money because if you're not a fragrance junkie and not a fragrance person that really buys projecting scents and strong scents, it's worth the money so that it will project, it'll last, and linger and be incognito. All right. So that's the list I have for you today. Let me know in the comments what you think. As a person that's been in the industry for almost 15 years, I'm sharing different things with you because I want you guys to have the best purchases, smell the best, be the best. So I'm just sharing insights I have for you about the different fragrance brands that I've worked for, and so you can help you on your next purchase. So if you like my channel, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. All right, peace.